Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I'm going to go over why I think Bitcoin is actually ready to explode to the upside. We're going to go into the Bitcoin charts and we're going to break down as much as we can. So let's get started. Make sure you slam that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any crypto opportunities or important information like this. So let's get right into the Bitcoin charts. I think Bitcoin is going to explode. We are on the weekly chart as of right now. We've been holding this uptrend since July from when we bottomed out at 28K. So this is an important trend line to hold. And I'm huge on price action and trends. So I'm huge on uptrends, looking for higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, which we made an all-time high here, not by much, but we still did. And now we're looking like we're making a higher low, ready to explode to the upside. So let's break this down into smaller time frames, because on the larger time frame, to me it looks bullish. We're in an uptrend right here, but we want to look at smaller time frames to potentially get better entries or to look for potential warning signs. Let me share with you guys, this is something I am closely looking at, the weekly EMA. So you can see here we bounced off the weekly EMA. This is the 50 EMA. We bounced so nicely off this. We held the support so awesome. And then we had this bullish engulfing candle right here. We had this hammer right here. There was so much support and consolidation here. This was an awesome buy area. And you can see we bounced off that. So let's take these moving averages out of the way. I like to use the 4 and 9 on the weekly. The 4 and 9 has been awesome for me. And you can see like an awesome entry here at 10K, and it actually gave you an exit at 55K, and we dropped down all the way to 28K. So you almost had 100% move from down here. I mean, if you caught the bottom, you almost had 100% move. I mean, it was, but you wouldn't catch the top and bottom perfectly. But this moving average 4 and 9 on the weekly, I mean, I've shared this so many times, but it's just been awesome. So you got out at 55K, you entered again at 36K. If you didn't get in here in this crazy support, and then you actually looking to exit back here again. So I am looking at this, and I might exit some of my Bitcoin position if this does cross to the downside, because this has worked so well. And whatever I do decide to exit, let's say I decide to exit 10%, let's say for math's sake 1 Bitcoin. And I will follow this strategy, because when it crosses to the upside, like it did here or like it did here, and you don't even really need to look at the price, because when you're following this moving average strategy, you can get whipsawed, not by much though. The moves to the upside, and whenever you can get to the downside, like if you shorted here or just covered and sold right here and rebought back here, it beats the whipsaw. So whipsaws are like losses, or if we saw something like let me show you an example, like something where you bought here and you sold here. This was actually still a win. But if if you had a small loss where you bought maybe the cross here and then sold here, or bought here and sold here, those losses are so minimal compared to buying something like this and selling up here, or even buying here and then selling at a 50%, wherever we are, 44% win. So we are crossing to the downside. We have 2 more days in 6 hours. So unless we get that large move right here, I think that we may be crossing. So I'll have to decide if I am going to sell some Bitcoin and wait for the bullish cross, or wait to see if we actually get some positive action in the 2 days. So I'm holding, crossing my fingers, and I'm hoping that we get the bounce a lot sooner. Right here, right now, we are still in an uptrend. Like I mentioned, we're an uptrend on the monthly, we're an uptrend on the daily, on the weekly. So right now I'm pulling my fibs from the higher low to the higher high. And this would be the next immediate target. I mean, 76K, but crypto honestly loves to reach my 127 point to right here. It loves to hit my target right here. So 106K. We still haven't had the blow off top yet. I know I said we are going to go into smaller time frames, but let's go into the larger time frame to show you guys what we can still do in this Q4, because keep in mind crypto bull markets have ended around this time, December, end of the year. But like, look at this. In 2012, which was a whole different market, you can see in December, we had a green month, and then following January, February, March, we exploded. This is going into the bull run. And then you can see here, November, December, we had a very bad month leading into a bear market. So in 2013, we had a very bad December. And then when we come in December 2017, that was awesome. We went from 9K to 20,500. That was a blow off top. We exploded. Well, what was it? That month we did 39%. But from the bottom, 9,400 to the top, 19,000, or about 20K. That's huge, 100% move, blow off top, and then we went into a bear market. So we don't have any type, and before that, in 2013, like, look at this move. We had the huge move to the upside, 400% in 1 month. We haven't seen anything like that for Bitcoin, and I think that we still have the possibility to see a huge move to the upside. Right now, a lot of people are panicking. They think that the bear market is in, and you can see that the crypto fear and greed levels, it's at 31 fear right now. You want to buy when people are fearful and sell when people are greedy. When you're feeling that euphoria and you think you've done such a good job, maybe it's a good time to start taking some profits. So let's look deeper into the technical analysis. You can see that this trend line, even though we're holding higher highs and higher lows and higher highs, it looks like we potentially might break this. So let's look at some support levels that I think we should keep an eye out for. I was looking at this yesterday. I posted it in the Discord, so you can join our Discord. But you can see right here on the smaller time frame, we had a nice support right here, which we broke. I am going to move back to the day, but you can see right here where we broke this and kept coming. So coming to test these lows again wouldn't be crazy. It's kind of where we're headed right now, unless we can bounce off right here, which looks on smaller time frames like we might be doing that. But let's go to the daily. So if we break this low, the next place I'm looking at is right here, the higher high, the previous higher high. So this area right here. Also, I don't like that we're breaking this previous all-time high. I mean, we've already broke a lot further down than that, but I don't want to get under this. Breaking this would be a little bit of a worry, breaking past the previous all-time high, previous higher high, but we can still hold the uptrend on the daily while retesting the 200-day moving average. That'd be testing $50,000, which I think is a very crucial point. You can see here we have a ton of support and resistance. So this was resistance, support, support, resistance. So if we come back into here, this would be a huge price zone, $50,000. Huge psychological level, huge support and resistance, and it's confluence with the 200-day moving average. Will we get such a good buying opportunity like we did here, or like we did here? It's hard to say. So we're gonna have to watch Bitcoin, and if it breaks here, maybe this would be the next level. So I think that we might see some more downside, we might see some more fear before we get that move up to the $100,000 Bitcoin that everybody's looking for. Will it happen in December? I don't think we'll explode that quickly, that fast. And if so, then that's the blow off top that we're kind of looking for to exit. If I had a great interview with Tone Vase, and he gave his analysis, his price prediction on where he thinks Bitcoin might be going and how it might be moving. This is the market cap for Bitcoin. We're at $1.041 trillion. We're about to test the 1 trillion mark again, which is right here. If I can just get the coordinates correct. 1 trillion. Oops. I don't know what I did there. Let's do this. You know what? It might be easier to move that here. Okay, this is really close to 1 trillion. Okay, you know what? Oh, I had it. Okay, that's fine. This is fine right here. We're about to test the 1 trillion mark, which I think is very important for Bitcoin. And same thing, you can see how there's a ton of support and resistance at the $1 trillion mark for Bitcoin. Resistance right here, support, 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 support. We broke it down, we got rejected on it, and now we're coming to test. So this could be an awesome place for Bitcoin to kind of catapult to build some support on the $1 trillion mark and then kind of explode up for that huge move that we've been looking for. I'm still thinking that we are in a bull market, that Bitcoin is going to continue. People are still investing. People are still accumulating, hodling Bitcoin. And it's a lot different than what we're seeing, than what we saw in 2017. So let's go further into that's Bitcoin dominance. Let's go a little bit deeper into smaller time frames. So what I'm looking for right now, we are on larger time frames. We're in an uptrend on the monthly, on the weekly, on the daily. We are in an uptrend. But on the 4-hour, we are clear, like how I showed you guys, we're making higher highs and higher lows. We are clearly making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high. So are we going to continue to make a lower low? I'm looking for us to kind of find some support and then to reverse this trend. So if we did something like this, where we made the lower low right here, maybe lower high, and then lower low, lower high, and then I'm looking for something like this where we reverse and we start making higher high, higher low, higher high. And then if this trend, so I'll show you what kind of play I'd be looking for. I would be looking to buy on the support here, but if we broke this trend line and we move back into it, then I would be buying the retest right here as well. So I would be buying on the uptrend, which would be in line with the higher time frame uptrends, and that's the kind of place I would stack heavily because we were continuing the uptrend on all time frames. So it's just a patience game here. A lot of people are getting fearful, as I showed here. It's at 31, and that's like as low it is at some points of the year. I mean, we got all the way down to 19, so we're actually not too far from there. We've seen 21 on the 27th of November, so very fearful states we're in right now. You don't want to FOMO out of your bags, or FUD out of your bags. That's the right term for this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Bitcoin, kind of can, not make any emotional decisions. Make sure to slam that subscribe button if you guys want to see anything specific from airdrops or crypto charting on any altcoin, whatever it may be. Just post them in the comments, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.